Hello there, Jesus Freak 777. That's a good video, made me chuckle. I have to say that I was intrigued by your metaphorical idea of Christian spam and atheist spam. And it seems to me that perhaps your opinion of Christianity might not be all that different from mine after all. Apparently, spam was created back in the 1930s as a non-perishable, low-cost form of protein for what were more austere times. So, although it seemed it was a good idea at the time, nowadays, I think maybe the world's moved on a bit. And these luncheon meat type products are pretty much a collection of various bits from all over the place, mushed up and reformed into a barely cohesive and on the whole pretty unappetizing lump, so you can't really tell what came from where, and it's probably best not to look too closely. Quite often you find yourself having to pick out the nasty hard bits that you really don't like and discard them. So I've got to admit that your analogy was pretty much spot on for that too. My experience of spam and similar products is limited to the dinners served up by the British state school system in the 1970s. Cubes of rubbery processed pink stuff on salad leaves, or, most disgusting of all, something we used to call the spam fritter. And this was a slab of the stuff, dipped in batter, like you would fish or tempura, and then deep fried. The high temperature would melt the fat in the luncheon meat, leaving this spongy pink mass oozing greasy ichor out onto the plate. My memories of encounters with spam and the like are not recalled fondly. So the idea that if I open my tin of atheist spam and I find it completely empty, as opposed to jammed full of a quivering pink lump of this mystery meat, well, I actually feel that I get the better part of that deal. Now, as for the idea that you Christians can offer me some of your spam, no thanks. If you look at the nutritional data for spam, you can see that it's not something that a nutritionist is likely to recommend should form a part of your staple diet. Too much of it is definitely not going to be good for you. So you can see the parallels are just uncanny. So, although you probably think that you're doing us a favour by offering us some of what you have, I have no choice but to decline your offer. You see, what's being offered is not something that I find particularly palatable, and it's definitely not something I want forced down my throat. And that goes for the spam too.